Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
And Jeff, it feels like we've returned to spring a little bit.
We have, just a little bit. Temperatures on the way back up. We did have another cold start this morning, as expected, but it does look like warmer weather will continue to build in this weekend and on into next week as well. Yeah, it's still going to be very nice fall-like conditions on the way, but may start to sweat just a little bit again here, especially heading into next week. Weekend forecast, though, still looks outstanding. We'll have the cool mornings, although not as frosty as the last couple have turned out. And then the afternoons are going to be absolutely perfect. It's going to feel great out there. Just a few clouds coming through Saturday. I'm not expecting any rainfall. Temperatures tomorrow a little bit warmer than what we've seen today, into the upper 70s. And on Sunday, pushing almost to that 80-degree mark. And that'll be a sign of things to come, because we will return to the 80s. Heading into the first half of next week. Second half of the week, we will cool again. Already got our sights set on our next weather maker, so I want to alert you to that. It is going to be another cold front coming on in. This one will not have as much punch, though, as the one that came in earlier this week. So only a slight cool down coming. We'll go from the 80s for highs first half of the week back into the 70s, it looks like, by Thursday, Friday. And I don't expect at this point that we'll be dealing with frosty conditions late next week, but we'll keep an eye on that just in case this starts to show signs of coming in with a little bit more punch. I'll also keep an eye on rain activity. At this point in time, it appears this front, like the last few, will come through on a dry note for most of the area. There will likely be a few clouds arriving with this first thing Thursday morning, but that may be as much moisture as we can muster up in the atmosphere. We need rainfall, and we just don't have it. This is the potential over the next 7 days, and still nothing appears to be on the way, but we'll let you know if that changes. We've got a clean sweep here as we check things out. Wave 31 Triple Doppler this afternoon, of course, with clear blue sky and sunshine. There's not going to be anything on radar, and we're not expecting anything for this evening and tonight. So headed out to high school football games, just worry about the temperature. Not going to have to worry about any rainfall. Here we head into tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. on your Saturday, and there will be a few patches of clouds that come on through. Most of these will be mid and high level clouds. We'll still get lots of sunshine coming through those at times tomorrow, just not the clear blue sky like we've had the last couple days around the area. Lunchtime, mix of clouds and sun, and then later into your Saturday afternoon, we'll begin to push those clouds out, which will open the door to blue sky and sunny conditions back in here on Sunday. Sunday morning, clear, a little chilly out the door, but not frosty. And Sunday afternoon, mainly sunny. And again, those temperatures pushing to near that 80-degree mark. Lows tonight should stay just above the 40-degree mark for most areas, so not quite cold enough that we will see any frost out there in most cases, unless you're in one of those sheltered, colder spots. Some of those mountain valleys, perhaps, could see a little bit of light frost, but most of us will wake up to just a chill in the air. 41 in Muscle Shoals and Decatur, 42 in Huntsville tonight. We'll drop to 39 in Scottsboro and down to 41 degrees over in Fort Payne. Here's a breakdown of your temperatures tomorrow. Hour by hour, we'll climb into the 60s by 10. By the noon hour, just shy of the 70-degree mark. And tomorrow afternoon, middle and upper 70s will be on the way across the area. Guntersville 72 there on the lake, 73 in Fort Payne. We'll go 77 in Huntsville, 76 Decatur, 75 in Muscle Shoals, and 73 tomorrow in Haleyville. Checking things out here on your Wave 31 Storm Tracker. 10 days still, not a drop of rain to talk about. Only a couple patches of clouds from time to time. Again, a few of those tomorrow, but then we're back to mainly sun and blue sky starting Sunday, continuing through the middle of next week. There's your warm-up. We're back into the 80s for a few days next week. Wednesday, probably the warmest day at 85 in advance of that Thursday cold front, which right now looks like it only drops us back a few degrees into the mid to upper 70s later next week. We head into next weekend. Right now it looks good for that last weekend in the month of October. I know weekend before Halloween, a lot of folks may be having some Halloween parties. Weather's going to be fine for that with temperatures next weekend running around that 80-degree mark. Mornings will stay coolish, 40s, low to mid 50s for those morning lows. Not as cold, though, as what we've seen here in the last couple of nights.
I know Halloween will be a lot more fun for kids because it won't be freezing.
Yes, that's the way it's looking right now. What we are going to have to watch is still the very tail end of the month. There are some signs that may be a chance for some rainfall. So hopefully it doesn't coincide with trick or treat on Halloween itself, but that's something we'll be watching as we get closer.
Right. Jeff, thank you.
You bet.
Still ahead.